Hi everyone, today we're going to learn the third solo from Sweet Child of Mine by Guns N' Roses, and it sounds like this. Cool. So my name's Ollie from Your Guitar Academy, and in this Sweet Child of Mine guitar lesson, we're going to be looking at that third solo, and we'll look at all the scales and the techniques and the notes you're going to need to be able to play it. Before we get started, just remember to like the video and subscribe to our channel if you like what we're doing. And we've got a link in the description below that will take you to our website, and there'll be a full write-up there. So all the scales and everything and the notes that we're talking about, it'll all be on there for you as well. All right, so let's get started. So first thing to say about this song, it's all in D flat because they tune the guitars down a semitone. I haven't done that because it's going to be easier for you guys to not have to retune every time you want to play just this song. So we're doing it all in standard tuning. Okay, so before we get into the solo proper, there's a little lead guitar part that comes over the chorus that precedes the solo. So when the rhythm guitar's doing this part, the lead guitar's doing this. Okay, and that is, that's following on from the intro, but it's slightly different. It's designed to follow around these chords, okay? So we'll look at it in those sections. So first chord is an A, and the bit we're doing is like that. So it's we're basically playing an A up here around the 12th fret, and we're just sticking in an extra note here, which is the major third, but we're starting on that. So we're starting on the 11th fret of the D string with your index finger, and then I like to come up to the 14th fret on the B string with like a bar with my third finger. So we're going to do 14 on the B, and then the G, and then the D. And you've got to be rolling. Can you see that? If I get a bit closer, you see what I'm doing there? It's, instead of just holding it flat like you would do for a bar chord, I'm trying to get each note to ring individually so they don't bleed out over each other, because I don't want this. That's not going to sound clear enough, especially if it's supposed to be a lead guitar part. It needs to cut through a bit more. So that is 11 on the D, and then 14 on the B, G, D. And then little finger, 15 on the B, third finger is the 14 on the G, and then it's 14 on the B, and then 14 on the G again. And then we come down, sorry, it's that. So now this is over the C, we're kind of playing around with a C arpeggio. It is the 10th fret on the D string, and then the 13th fret on the B, and then it's the 12th fret on the G string, and then it's the 10th fret on the G string. So we've got. So if you're already happy with playing the intro, this is going to be fine. It's the same thing, 2 frets down. But then the difference is here, we come up to the 12th fret with our little finger on the E string, and then 12 on the G, and then 10 on the E, and then 12 on the G. So we get, and then we've got the intro riff twice, because the chord we're playing is a D, and that's all based around a D major arpeggio. So that is going to be, we've got another video dedicated to the learning the intro riff, so I'll just go through it kind of quick, but just to give you the frets, it is 12th fret on the D string, 15th fret on the B, 14th fret on the G, 12th fret on the G, and then you come up to the E 15, 14 on the G, 14 on the high E, and then 14 on the G. So we've got and that's twice on there. All right, so that goes around once. And then again. Okay, but instead of doing the intro riff here, we do a chord. And that is, it's basically a D power chord, but you do 12th fret on the D, 14th fret on the G, 15th fret on the B. Okay, it is a power chord. We just have to play it slightly differently to how we play power chords off the E and the A string, just because of the tuning of the guitar is different with the B string. Okay, so we'll go through that slowly, up close. That will give you something to do while the chorus is playing. So here we go. Again. And the chord. And I split that chord, so I play the root note, which is the D string, and then I play the other two strings there. Great. So this first bit. It's all kind of E minor pentatonic now, shape 2. We're starting up there, but we're not in it for long. We'll get into shape 1 pretty quickly. And there's a bit of E harmonic minor as well. If you're not sure what that is, remember just go to the site and there's more details on that there. But basically, it's just a scale because the chords that we're playing over are these. E minor, C, then B, and then A. Okay, and we picked, Slash has picked E harmonic minor because that fits over the E minor and this B major here. Most of the time we're just in E pentatonic, E minor pentatonic anyway, or E natural minor, so you don't need to worry too much about it. But I'll just go through the notes as they come up in the solo, really. So this first thing. We'll go through that as the first lick, because that's where we're all in one position. So we're up on the 17th fret of the high E string, and it's a full bend, so we're quite high up there. And then back down to the 17th, then the 15th, then the 14th, and then it's a 15 pull off to 14, then down to the 17th fret on the B string. So we've got, and then we do 15, 14, 14, and then we do another trill there, it's 14 to 15, then 17 on the B string, and then down to the 16th fret on the B string. That might sound a bit out, that's where this harmonic minor is coming, and then we're climbing back up, 17 on the B, and then 14 on the E. So that whole lot is okay. So we'll think of that maybe as lick 1. I'll get nice and close for that so you can see what I'm doing. So remember, on the 17th fret of the high E string, release, 15, 14, 15, pull off to 14, and then 17 on the B string, and then 15, 14, and then this trill, which is a hammer on and pull off, 14 to 15, then 17 on the B, 16, back up 17, back up to 14 on the E. All right. The next bit sounds like this. Okay, and that's a bit more familiar. That's nice shape 1 E minor pentatonic basically. And it's just a bend, release, and then the next note in the scale. So we're starting on the 15th fret of the B string, full bend up, release. So when I say bend up and release, you're holding on to the note and releasing it back down to the original note. You're not stopping it. And then it's 12 on that same string, B string. And then it's G string, full bend up, release, that's on the 14th fret, then 12. And then we go back into the full scale. Then we come down to the 11th fret on the G string. Back up to the 12 on the G string. And then we're back onto our root note, which is the 14th fret of the D string. So. Do that last one as a hammer on. If I put all that stuff together, we'll see where we are so far. So we're here. You can see there, from here, I'm in one position and then I come right down, or not far down, but get right into my really comfortable, really familiar E minor pentatonic shape 1. That's the next bit, which is another pretty nice sounding part. So we are here on the 11th fret of the G string, 12th fret of the G string, 14th fret, and then we're up to the 13th fret of the B string, then down to the 12th fret of the B string, and then it's the trill, so it's your little hammer at the 12th fret, hammer onto the 13th, and then pull off to the 12 again. And then we're down to the 14th fret on the G string. Okay, I'll do that really slow. Right, so I'll play through that into the next bit. Okay, we'll make that our next section. So we've done this. We're into here. So that part is 15th fret on the B string, 13th fret on the B string, and then the 12th fret twice. And then we've got a little semitone bend, which I think is probably worth doing with your index finger here, because you can just do it as a little, because it's only a semitone, it's not a full bend. And that will set you up nicely for getting your middle finger or your third finger, probably your middle finger, to the next note. So it's 12th fret here, bend up, release, 14th fret on the G string, and then we're straight into a bend on the 15th fret of the E string. This is a full bend. So we've got half bend, 14th fret on the G, and then 15th fret on the E, full bend, and then a release again. Alright, I'll go through that whole lot nice and close for you. I'll start with that other lick. Okay, and then after that we're changing positions again. So just before we change positions, I think I'll just go through what we've got so far, and I'll get nice and close so you can hear and see what I'm doing. All right, so I would suggest just practicing that bit first of all, and then after that we've got this part. Okay, and then after that it goes into the really fast part. We have got another video for that, so once you've done this, check out that one as well. So here we are. We've changed position again. So we're now around the 11th fret on the G string with our third finger. Index finger is now down around the 9th fret. So it's a 11th fret with your third finger. Semitone bend. Release. And then 2 on the 9. Do that twice. And then move your index finger down just down a fret here. So we're on to the 8th fret and it's a semitone bend up. And then a release. And then you can slide in to the 11th fret on the G again. So that whole part is here. Okay. Do that a bit slower and I'll call out the frets as I'm doing it. So it's 11 on the G, semitone bend up, and then release, and then 2 on the 9, same again, and then 8, bend, release, 11, and after that we go 11, bend up, release, 9, then we come to the D string, the 10th fret, then the 9th fret, then the 10 again, and then up to the 9 on the G string. So we've got after that is, that's the last bit before, and so on. So let's look at all those notes again. Okay, we've got that far. After that it's just a bend up, release, down to 9, and then it's down into the 8th fret but straight into that bend, up to the, so it sounds like the 9th fret, and then release to the 8, and then we're sliding again up to the 11th fret on the G, and then we've got something to that effect. But yeah, check out the other video for that. So that's the that is the solo there. I'll play through it normal speed, and then I'll play through it slow speed. Okay, so here we go. This is normal speed, the whole lot. Okay, and once you've got that, then it's just pretty much E minor pentatonic, and every man for himself from there on. Great, so now let's do it slower and really close up. Great. So that is the third solo from Sweet Child of Mine. So we should have, you should be able to practice all the solos now, and then go into that fast part. As with anything else, just take it really slowly, listen to the song a lot, make sure you can get the phrasing in your head before you start trying to just play it with your fingers, because if you can't hear it in your head, then you've not got a very good chance of, your fingers haven't got a very good chance of playing it. So, if you've enjoyed this video, please subscribe to our channel, and remember to check out the link in the description below, because we've got the full write-up there. So if you feel like you've missed anything or stuff wasn't clear, like what scales I was using, check out our website, because we'll have full scale diagrams there. And please do comment below if you have any other songs you'd like us to look at, and we'll do our best to do that. Okay, thank you, and I'll see you next time.